Hi guys. Okay, you would have seen in my little notebook video, I used some brown paper bags as the pages in the little notebooks. If you didn't see that video, I'll pop the link in the comments box below. Anyway, with those brown paper bags, I pulled off the handles and I said, save them. We'll use them for something. Now, I have about 3 bags of brown paper bag handles. I know, it's insane. Now, usually I unravel them. I've been doing this for years, but I'm kind of sick of unraveling them, and I don't need more brown paper bag scraps. So, I was wanting to come up with a project just using the handle as it is. So I'll pull this brown bit off. Yes, we'll just use this in clusters or something like that. Now I want to use this brown paper bag handle as it is without unraveling it. Now these ones actually aren't too bad to unravel, but these used to be the easiest, but now I've noticed, I don't know if it's Coles or Woolworths supermarket, one of them, they're now putting glue somewhere in one of the folds, so they're kind of hard to unravel now. And you get like this. Oh, this one's not too bad actually, but some have holes in the middle, where there's glue. So I will be using these little bag handles to make some thank you cards for my Etsy shop. Now, I was going to just use these ones, but I'm going to try to use these as well. Now I'm just going to go ahead and pull a bunch of handles apart to this stage. Okay, so I've got a bunch of bag handles. Now I did say I was going to use this type as well, but on second thought, I think for what I want to do, this might be a bit hard, and you'll see why in a minute. So I'm going to leave that for now. I might give it a try at the end. But I'll use these ones first. Now, I have this red fabric sitting on my desk forever. 2 little pieces. They weren't very big. They're both red. This one's got tiny little dots on it, or bubbles. So I've ripped it up, and I've got 4 pieces of each. So I will just make 8 little thank you cards for now, just to get rid of this fabric. And I'll make some more, off camera with different color fabric. Now, I'm just using red because this is what I want to get rid of off my desk. But you can use any old color, kind of suits. Now, what I'm thinking is these I will fold, shape into little hearts and sew them on top of the fabric. And then put that on layers of paper. Okay, let's see. So, because I've got 8, I've pulled out little scraps of paper cut to kind of the same size. And we'll see if it works. Okay. Let's start off doing 2, hey? All right, now I've also got some brown paper. This is brown paper bag, like shopping bag. And most of them were taken off the bases. So you know, if you pull apart brown paper bags to use, you'll know that you end up with these flaps on either side. So most of them I've pulled those up. Some, the piece wasn't big enough, so you may see some that are two little pieces glued on top of each other somewhere. Somewhere in my pile of papers here. Anyway, what I'm thinking, my little thank you cards, I'm not going to have them opening cards. I just want them to be really super quick, easy, recycled, and scrappy. So they're going to be ones like just single cards with an embellishment on one side, which will be my little paper bag heart, handle heart, and the other side will be a blank page for writing. Yes? Yes, let's do it. I'll start off with making two. If they're too ugly, then we can change it up a little bit. Okay, so I've got some glue drop pages here. These are the pages, you know, you put down, and if you want to glue something, you put your paper on top to glue it, and this gets all minky, and most people toss this out. Now, I save these, make tags, pockets, journal cards, whatever out of them. Okay, but I've got so many. And to give these little thank you cards a bit of rigidity, I will shove one of these in the middle. Okay, so I think I'll put brown paper bag down first. I don't care if it's got the glue marks and all that stuff and the little tears and stuff that comes with pulling apart the bottom of a brown paper bag. Just use it anyway. It won't show. It's all going to be layered up. These are pages out of paperback novels. So, you know, sometimes at the front or back you get some blank pages or end of chapters. Now I'm using all scraps just off my desk. So I haven't gone foraging for anything. Some of the scraps you'll see weren't big enough. So I've just glued two little bits together to make a blank page. But you can just use if you're going to make some, use whatever scraps you've got. I think these would be nice with some fabric in the center or lace as well. Like I can picture it, but I'm not going to go pulling out lace and fabric. I just want to use whatever junk on my desk. I do have a lot of fabric on my desk, but they're like little itty bitty pieces. This was the biggest two pieces I had. Okay. Now, this will be my writing side. I'm not too fussed about gluing it down properly because I'm going to sew the edges. That's why I'm just gluing in the middle. Okay. Let's put this one down. You're probably wondering, what on earth are you making? That's okay, don't worry, I can see it in my head, kinda. Oop, that one's a bit big. I'll tear that one down. Okay. Bit of glue. Just throw it on. Okay. So that's my writing space. Let's flip it over. And on the front of the card will be the embellished side. Now, my little heart, I want to sew it to the fabric, but I don't want to sew it straight onto the fabric because I feel it's going to be hard to sew this and it's going to bunch. So I'll glue this onto the top layer of paper, I think. Okay, so what else? I've got some, whatever encyclopedia pages I had on my desk, scraps. You know, when you cut pictures out of encyclopedias, you've got this leftover paper that what do you do with? So we'll chuck some of that in just to get rid of it. I don't think it's going to serve any purpose on these cards other than add another layer and we can get rid of some paper. Does it show on the other side? Not really. That's okay. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Okay. Now, with the encyclopedia pages, some of those really thin ones, some are thicker. And as you can see, if I didn't have a whole page, I just glued another piece there. So this page, I had cut a picture out of there, so I just glued another little square of encyclopedia page there so that I could get rid of more scraps. Same with this, same with this. Okay, then I'm going to stick a book page. I have so many old paperback novels that I want to get rid of. I'll put this side up. Now, unfortunately, the scraps on my desk were not, excuse me, the scraps on my desk were not that exciting, so I may have to throw something else in. We'll see how it looks. I can hear the grandkids. This weekend, in a couple of days, it's Mother's Day here in Australia. I don't know if it's Mother's Day overseas, but in Australia, this Sunday is Mother's Day, and I can hear the grandkids inside. The lounge room windows open, and they're wrapping my present, and they're trying to do it quietly, and they're saying, "Shh, she'll hear you," but they're saying that so loud. I should go say boo at the window. Okay, what else? Oh, I had these smaller pieces of brown paper bag as well. So I will use some more brown paper bag on this side. Now these I've just torn up so that it's smaller than the paperback novel. Whack it on. Oh my gosh, the little grandkitties, they cannot keep a secret. They're so loud. You watch, they'll probably tell me to come and open it soon. They won't be able to wait until the weekend. Okay, what else? My little hearts, I don't want to sew like in the center right through because it'll show on that side. So I'm just going to sew them on the top layer. So I've got some, oh gosh, I've got a whole bunch of hymnal music paper. I'm going to, now I don't know why or what I was making at the time, but I must have torn a whole bunch of music paper at the same time because they're all cut exactly in that shape. So I'm not going to square it off. I'm just going to leave it like that, I think. I feel like it needs some more scruff hanging out. I do have, what else? you have all these little bits. Maybe I can shove some of that in. Just to get rid of it. Get rid of it. Okay, we'll put that in there. Why not? Oh, okay. I've got this strip there. Let's throw that in while I'm at it. Okay. Now, I think I might glue my, oh, most of the music paper's covered up, isn't it? I might glue my fabric to my music paper. Okay, what I would do, I'll let this dry and then I'll sew around this without this little top bit. How about that? Let's see. Okay, you're probably wondering what I mean because I'm not very clear, am I? Okay, let me finish one to show you what I'm doing. Now these, I want to make little hearts. I had a test one I did somewhere, but it's kind of lost in the Never Nevers. Oh, here he is. Okay. This was my little test heart. See, I'm actually a little bit prepared for once. Look, I had my papers ripped up and I had my little heart. I'm going to snip this bit off once I sew it, I think, or as I start sewing it. I need to iron out the sewing first because that's going to be my issue. I want it to be a bit wonky. Okay, this is what I'll do. I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to sew around the edges so that this will also be sewn. I'll sew around it 2 or 3 times to make it messy because I kind of want it grungy. And then I will sew this little paper bag handle onto the fabric and the paper. I think the paper will help sewing because it'll help keep the fabric in place as I sew it. I don't want it bunching. And then when I've finished sewing this, I will glue that on top. Yes, okay. I'll do 2 and we'll see if that works. If not, I may just glue the music paper on, then sew this and put a smaller hidden piece of paper under this. Maybe I should do that. No. Okay, just do it like this for now. And then that will be my little grungy, scrappy little thank you card. I think it'll look so cute. Okay, this one. Let's put some fabric on. Did I glue those? Yes. I need another bit of crud on top of this one. This was peeled off a cardboard box ages ago. Oh yeah, let's put that on, hey. Actually, do you know, I might even make some, not with red though. I'm not a fan of red. I just want to use this red fabric on my desk. And I think maybe it goes well with the hearts. It's a bit obvious, isn't it? Red with a heart. But anyway, doesn't matter. We've got red. But what I might do as well is make something similar, a bit more scruffy with some layers. I'll do that as a separate project. Some layers of fabric and coffee dyed lace, papers, some burlap or hessian if you're in Australia underneath, and then they can be journal toppers. Yes, and we can get rid of more handles. I don't know how many paper bag handles all you guys have, but like I've got a squillion. I really want to get rid of them. Okay, let's do it. Get on with it. Stop thinking and just do. Oh, this little bit here is bugging me. Get off. Okay. So that'll go there and that'll go there. Anything else I can shove in to get rid of? Let's get rid of this little guy. Let's peep a bit out the top. Now, if you watched my Use It Till It's Gone series, you'll know sometimes I get rid of scraps in sneaky ways. And that is things like, if I've got like stupid little scraps on my desk, I don't actually have any at the moment, but I'm going to use this as an example. Okay, just say I wanted to get rid of a little scrap. Sometimes I just, when I make journal cards and tags, in the center, I just put it there and hide it in the middle of whatever I'm making. Like, bye-bye. See ya. Then when I put that on, like, it forms no part of what I'm making. It's just like a great way to get a stupid little scrap off my desk. See ya, bye-bye. See? Gone. Anyway, you would have seen those little tactics when I did my Use It Till It's Gone challenge, which I loved, by the way. That was so fun. Now, a lot of you have asked me, what is my next one? And I don't want to commit to anything at this stage because I just don't have time to film. When I do film, I just don't have time to edit. So, but I will do another one at a later stage and I'll let you guys pick. I'm thinking I've got the giant jar of threads, sewing machine threads, that I would love to use up. I've got, say, a giant bag or a tub of fabric. Take your pick. I've got a tub of pictures, you know, cut out of encyclopedias and magazines and stuff like that. You know, I do have a lot of things in little bulk. So maybe I'll, give you some options and let you guys pick. But look, that won't be until later in the year. I don't want to commit to anything when I just don't have time to do it. Maybe I should pre-record them so then I can roll one out every day so that you don't wait a month between videos. Okay, so when I made these little hearts, I just crossed them over at the edge. It's just easier. And like I said, I will snip off one of the tails. I might leave one of the tails on there. I think it might look cute if it's... And then I tried to make it a bit wonky. This was harder than it looked to make a heart shape. I don't know why, but it just was. Oh gosh, how am I going to sew this? I'm going to have to use a giant zigzag stitch, I think, because it's quite thick. And what I'll do, I'll make sure the zigzag is wide enough to just go over the top of this. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Oh, I don't like this guy's not roundy enough. Yeah, like I said, they're putting glue in the middle of some of these, so they're quite stiff and you can't fold it properly. Now I'm just going to put some clips. No, I think this guy's just too wonky. He's not to my liking. He's rejected. Let's try again. See, once I've done one or two, then I can figure out the best way to do it, and then it becomes quicker. I'm sure you know what I mean. When you create something, if you make one or two first, you figure out the best way to do something. Okay, look, I want them to be wonky, but not that wonky. My fold mark here is not making me happy. There's something wrong with it. Get on there. Okay, that's better. I'm using these little clips because just want something to keep it in shape while I sew it. Okay, I think this guy will be that way. He's still not making me happy. Oh, that's better. Okay. And then I'll snip this tail off after I've sewn it. Okay, now I'm just going to make a bunch of these. I'm going to make my little paper pile. Bit of music paper with my fabric and a little heart. Okay, so I have glued all of these papers and some extra little scraps off my desk. I've glued the music paper to the fabric and I've got my little hearts shaped. And now I'm just going to sew the heart to this piece and then sew around this a couple of times and I'll glue that on top. Okay, now I did make two little test ones to sew them to test how they go. This one I sewed, I don't know if you can see on camera. I haven't sewn all the way around it. I've just sewn a little bit here, a little bit there, there, and there. So I've sewn it where the paper bag handle joins and this little bit here and where I've folded or squeezed the paper bag there to shape it. And just each side just to keep the heart shape. So I've left one little tail and chopped the other side off. And I think I'll sew the rest that way as well. And that's the back. So this will be my little thank you card. I will write on that side and I'll just pop that in with orders. Now I did try one of the other bag handles. Try folding it into a heart shape. So this one. Yeah, easier said than done. To be honest, I don't really like the look of this one as much. Maybe it's the way I've sewn it. I sewed it in each corner like I did the other one, and maybe I should have just sewn a straight stitch all the way around. with just a little bit of zigzag. Actually, that would have been a better choice. I might do another one. I don't have red fabric left, but I'll get another color fabric. I might do another one where I'll just do a straight stitch to about here, then zigzag and straight stitch all around. I think that might be better. Does it even look like a heart? I don't know. Anyway, you may be able to fold it better than I did, but I do like the look of these paper bag handles better. So these, yeah, I will still try and come up with something to do with them without having to unfold them or unravel them, because it's so annoying to do. It takes forever. And yes, we can chuck them. I know. So you're all probably telling me, just dump them in the recycle bin. But you know me, I just have to find a use for it. Okay, I'm going to go sew all of these and then I'll come back and show you the final ones. Okay, so they're all glued and sewn. They're all the same, but a little bit different. This one I did a bit of a fatty heart. Most of them I did that same style. This one, glue your fabric to your music paper like I said earlier, because this one I didn't, and yeah, it bunches up. So it's best to just, you know, glue stick your fabric to your music paper or whatever first paper is underneath. Anyway, that's it. Got rid of some scrap papers. Yeah, still not a fan of this one. I'll make another one, I think, with just a straight stitch all around and see how it looks. But got rid of some scraps of paper off my desk and some paper bag handles and some red fabric that has been kicking around forever on my desk. Anyway, that's it. I'll have to come up with some more paper bag handle projects so that I don't have to keep unraveling them. Yeah, I'm sure we'll come up with something else. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.